Hi, welcome to McBoss Capital channel. My name is Michael Chu. In this video, we're going to talk about the growth stocks that I follow. If you haven't watched the market recap, feel free to watch that video as well. This is for the week ending April 17, 2026. We're seeing confirmed uptrend with allocation of 80 to 100% by IBD right now. Very strong week. We have three indexes besides Dow that have hit new highs, and we're seeing accumulation across almost every sector. From technology, retail, industrial, health, and financial. And for the growth stock list right now, we have roughly 573 stocks with 81% of them in uptrend. This is the highest number I've seen in actually in a long time. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I saw such a high number. So over 80% of these stocks here that I'm following are in uptrend mode, meaning they are above the 10 and 21 day line. So here's the list here. We have the stock symbol here. We have the ranking based on performance. The performance is on this column here. It is based on January 6, 2026, so the last time earnings season started. So we have already started a new earnings season. I'll be tracking a new list based on those that have reported. My fundamental criteria are usually about 10% forward earnings growth in the next 4 quarters. There's sometimes I do have exceptions. If I see very strong technical strength, I will still include them if they miss a quarter or so in the future in terms of projection. Right here on the highest day column, we are seeing whether they hit new high on say April 17. That will be Friday. So that is very important to look at as well. And then we have the industry group and sector here based on whether what group and sector they're in. Now looking at this list here, we are showing here the top 25. We are seeing a lot of orange. Orange means technologies here, and a lot of the group stocks here are in the technology group, which is are doing really well. And then we see some commodities like mining stuff related, a few here. And then the light green here, we're seeing some industrial as well. And then we see a couple of biotech stocks here as well. And then we go down to the next 25. We still continue to see some technology stocks, but we're seeing more light green, which is the industrial area, also showing lots of strength at this moment. We see a few blue commodities area. And then as we pass the 50 ranking here, we're starting to see a few retail popping up here. We continue to see some technology, also a lot of industrial as well in the light green. So yeah, we'll be going over most of these 100 stocks here in the top 100, but we are seeing, as we come down, we're starting to see more diverse area taking the lead here. And this column are indicating whether they're in uptrend, meaning over 10, 21 day moving average, and then there's some still in downtrend here. So I'm going to filter by technology group here just so we can focus more on the stocks in certain areas of this industry groups here. So because we have the top here, a semiconductor equipment stock, we'll filter all the semiconductor ones just so we can look at them, and there's a lot, right? So we'll start with the ones at the top. So we have ICHR, Form, and TSEM. First one is ICO Holdings here. This is a very powerful move. We are breaking out from this 55 here this week, and we continue to climb higher throughout the week. Look at how it never came back to the 10 days so far. On Thursday, even though we have a down day, we quickly bounced back on Friday. So definitely a strong chart here, leading pretty much all the technology stocks here. It has a gain of 188% since January. So that is a very powerful move. Next, we have Form Factor, also in the same equipment group here, also bouncing really strong. Looking at this recently, you see how it pulled back slightly, and then on Friday we have a big bounce, and it takes 3 days to come down, but it only took 1 day to rebound and hit new high. To me, that is tremendous strength, so pay attention to Form Factor here. Next, we have TSEM. This is in the manufacturing area. This one also pulled back slightly on Thursday here, bouncing off the 10-day and closed near the top. And then on Friday, it retake the new high to new high, and continue really strong momentum here. Next 3 stocks here, we have MYRG, CRDO, and AEIS. Here's MYRG. It pulls back on Thursday. Notice how it did jump back to the top of the range by end of day, and on Friday again we just bounce and make new high once again. So very strong momentum at this moment. Here's CRDO. It has a nice bounce here on Tuesday, gap up move, and then by Thursday it's starting to pull back, and Friday it pulled back also slightly, but it did close in the upper range and also higher than Thursday's close. Here's Advanced Energy Industries, AEIS, in the equipment area. This one also pulled back Wednesday, and then Thursday it didn't make new low. It finds support at the green line. And Friday, it didn't move much, but it didn't close down much either, so it's just kind of sideways movement for now. Next at rank 25, we have ALAB, DIOD, and ASX. Here's Astero Labs, ALAB. This one building the right side of the base, pulling back on Thursday. Look at where it closed on Thursday at the top range, and then on Friday, it didn't make new or low. It just bounced again, and I think it might be a new recent closing high here. So it could move back to the previous high at 192. This is DIOD in the manufacturing area. This one broke out nicely here and continued to climb. We did see some pullback slightly here on Tuesday and Wednesday, but it never came close to the green line, which is a 10-day, and then it bounced, and then from there it continued to make new high on Thursday and Friday. Here's ASX, also called ASE Technology Holding. This one also break out from the 25-29 area, gap up above that breakout point. Then by Wednesday, we had a slight pullback intraday, but it still closed up higher, and it continued to go higher by Friday as a big gap up right there. So as you can see, we have lots of semiconductor stocks here joining this rally. So we have at rank 33 MXL, STM, MTSI, Rambus, COHR, MKSI, M-Power, SMTC. We talk about ARM in the main market video, ENTG, AMD, LSCC, ALGM. We also talk about AMD in main market video. Then we have AMAT, IMOS, ON, AVGO. We also talk about Broadcom in the main market video. So those are the mega caps. MCHP, ADI, LRCX, ASML, and we also talk about NVIDIA in the main market video. EMBA, TSM, also talk about in that main market video. All the mega caps we talk in the main video. And then we have AXP, NXPI here. So lots of chip stocks doing really well. Next group we're going to chat about is rank number 3. We have the fiber optics group in the top here. So that includes Lumentum, LITE, VIAV, and CIEN. Here's Lumentum pulling back recently till Wednesday low here, but then we found support at that level. On Thursday we rebound. On Friday it didn't make new low, it just kind of went sideways and also found support here as well. So it looks very good. Next we have VIAV. This one is a little bit stronger. We not only bounced back, but we closed actually at a new high on Friday. And we also have CIEN also bouncing back from the pullback. So they all follow similar pattern. And this one also able to make a new closing high on Friday. So other telecom stocks that are also doing well, we have UI here making new high, SGML also making new high. We have CHTR, DY, and HLIT here in uptrend. Next group we're going to look at is ranked number 4, and at the top here we see some of the data storage firms leading as well. So let's go to SNDK, WDC, and STX here. First one here is SanDisk. We also have a slight pullback after jumping pretty high here, a nice V-shaped bounce here, and then we just pull back. Look at how it just went sideways. We haven't even come back to the green line, which is 10-day, and we're finding support at this level right now. So a little bit of digestion. So we'll see whether it can continue to make new high or not. Here we have WDC, Western Digital. This one actually pulled back slightly, but again, look at how Wednesday, Thursday, it just went sideways, and then Friday make new high. So that is also, again, very welcoming move. Then we have STX here, also doing very similar. Look at how it just went sideways, never came to the green line. It came close to it, but then it bounced off it, and now we're at new high on Friday once again. Here we have Micron, also in the same data storage group. This one also come back to the previous high here, near 471. But it did close off on Friday to the low, so right now it's sitting at 455. Here we have SIMO, Silicon Motion. This one also looking very sharp. It is coming back on the right side of the base. It did come close to Friday, on Friday, the previous high here, but it did reverse by the close. So again, we'll see whether it can find more momentum and break out to new high. Now other areas, we have Dell here in the computer hardware area making new high. We have ANET also making new high in the networking area. We have Yelp in the internet content, CARG. We have Reddit here. We have EXTR also making new high in the networking area. RAM, Google, we cover in the main market video. DGII, PSTG, Billy, MOMO, TME, CALX, and BZ. And finally, we're going to look at the computer software group, which has one of the highest rebound this week. We talked about it in the main market video. So at the top here, ranked 36, we have RNG, PDFS, and ATEN. So here's RNG Ring Central here, bouncing from the lows here, coming back above the short-term moving average this week. Very fast move right now. Friday it did reverse slightly, but not too bad. It's still way above the 10-day. This is in the design computer software area, PDFS. This one has been moving really sharp here, making new high. Look at the 10-day slope, and it hasn't come close to it. Wednesday it dropped in the morning, but it very quickly found support and continued to make new high. Then we have ATEN network, and here we have also a very quick pull back to the 10-day before we bounce really strong this week. It gapped up on Friday. It did close near the low, but again, it still looked pretty sharp. A little bit extended at this moment, so we'll see what happens if it does come back down towards the 10-day line and see if it can rebound from there. There's a lot of software stocks, but their ranking is past 100, because a lot of them have been hit hard. They're kind of lagging at this moment because of, again, it has just starting to come back this week. So we'll see if that momentum continue. It is a large group, and so we see a lot of stocks down here. Feel free to look at them. KD, Asia, AEIS, Twilio, Zeta, VRSN app. We have IoT, Crowd, 10B, Way, Shop, Globe, DSGX. We talk about Microsoft in the main market video. KVYO, Team, MDB, FICO, T10, CDNS, PCore, Works, Palantir. We also talk about that in the main market video. ALKT, QT, WO, LSPD, ADSK, SAP, APPF, Adobe, BLKB, Gen, and PYC. Next ranking here we see are in the commodities energy area, so we're going to filter by that. So looking at this, we're seeing most of these stocks here are in the mining, gold, silver area. They have come back, on Friday quite significantly. So a lot of them have bounced back above their short-term moving average. So let's take a look at those. So at the top here we have SGML, AUGO, and the next one here we have SVM and AU. So this is in lithium area, and SGML is the symbol. We have a gap up nice on Thursday, a nice breakout there, and on Friday we did come back down, but we found support. So this is not looking too bad at this moment. It looks like it's just gonna try to find support at this current level. So it looks good. We'll see if it can stay and then rebound from there. Next we have Aura Minerals, symbol AUGO. This one has been moving nicely along, sitting above its 10-day, the green line. And Wednesday we did have a slight pullback here, but again, very quickly found support. Friday looks like we're able to close at a new high again. Next we have Silver Quad Metals, SVM here. This is a nice double bottom base. We are coming back on the right side here, also finding support near the green line. So yeah, it's been sitting above the 10-day after it bounced here on Monday, and from there we continue to make new high each day. Friday it did close at the bottom of the range, but the uptrend is still intact. Looks pretty good. It might be coming back to the middle point here near 1398. Next we have AUGO. This one has bounced back from the bottom of this correction. It is pretty deep base here, 38%. However, it came back up and now it's just going sideways. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, we did have a strong pullback towards the short-term moving averages, including also the 50-day red line here. But then Friday, we bounced off that, so we're looking to find support at this level. So we'll see if this can clear this nice cup handle breakout right here. Next, we have MP Materials, symbol MP, also bouncing back nicely here from the bottom. Looks like a very consistent support above the 10-day moving average. We did see the black line coming up here, the 200-day line. So far, we're still trying to come above that. So we'll see what happens next. Then we have AGI here, Alamos Gold, also bouncing back. It is above the green line here, which is the 10-day moving average. So far, it hasn't come down to it, and it continued to make new high on Friday. So we have many other mining-related stocks here. We have WPM, we have KGC, FCX making new high. We have Caterpillar in the construction area. That's mining construction area also making new high. We have BHP, OR. We have SQM in the chemicals agriculture, AVD in the chemicals agriculture as well. We have FSM, RGOD, GFI, PAS, NEM, AEM. We have so then we have some oil and gas here, MTRX, CEG in the alternative energy other steel producers here, STLD, FNV, TFPM, CDE, Barrick, MTW, HL, AGCO. At the top here, we have three stocks that are doing well as well, BE, KGS, and GEV. This is Bloom Energy. We have a nice breakout right here, and then but it did fizzle after that. Right now, the 10-day is starting to come up, so looks like it's trying to digest going sideways. So we'll see if this will find support as the green line comes up. Also in the same alternative energy group, we have GEV bouncing on Friday after a very tight movement here from Tuesday to Thursday. It slightly pulled back, and notice how it never touched the green line here again, the 10-day, and then we bounce and kind of close, probably a new closing high at this moment. It's over $1,000. Next, we have Kodiak Gas Service. Again, a lot of oil and gas hasn't been doing well after Friday. But this is one that actually bounced from the morning lows here and closed at the top high here. So next we're going to look at industrial area. That is also a very significant group of stocks here. But at the top we have electronic area. So we're going to filter by all the electronic and electrical area. So in the electrical area, we have parts related, power equipment related, contract manufacturing, scientific area. So different groups of electrical related areas. At the top, we have Cohere, VRT, TTMI. This is Coherent. This one breakout from this nice, almost look like a double bottom base here. Bounce off the green line here. It barely touched it. And then we're making new high right now. Very strong move. And on Wednesday, it also found support from the pullback there. Next, we have Woodtiff Holdings here, also pulling back Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Found support there near the green line. Again, bounce off and on Friday. Next, we have TTMI in the contract manufacturing area, also bouncing back above here, closing new high on Friday. It found support on Thursday at near the green line there, which is the 10-day moving average. Next, we have FN, Keys, and ARW. Here we have Fabrinet, also FN symbol. This one also pulled back slightly after a nice breakout, and right now it is finding support near the green line and bounce off. And Friday it didn't close at the top range, but it still looks pretty good near the highs. Next, we have Keysight Technology, symbol KEYS. This one also recently broke the new high, finding support here on Thursday after pulling back and bouncing to new closing high on Friday as well. Here we have ARW Aero Electronics breaking out right here on Monday. From there, we did pull back till Thursday morning, but we found support there and we have been climbing. And right now on Friday, it may have closed near a new high here. So there's many other electrical related stocks here, PKE, AVT, both they're making new high, GNRC. Then we have CLS and JBL also making new high, CGNX, SANM, FUS, Flex, both of those making new highs here, MBT and RX, ALNT making new high, APH, TEL making new high, RBC, WCC making new high, and then we have Zebra, Hub, AME, Philly, TRMB, and NOVT. Next group of stocks here in the industrial area is building related. We have heating products, heavy construction products, and maintenance and service. So at the top here we have MOD, MTZ, LGN. Here's Modine Manufacturing symbol, MOD. We did have a pullback towards the 10-day here. We'll find support on Friday, so that looks pretty good. It didn't close at the top, but it closed at the upper, close to the 50% mark. This is Maztec MTZ in the heavy construction area. This one also pulled back Wednesday, Thursday before rebounding to new closing high on Friday. So that looks pretty good. We also have LGN Legends Corp in the construction products area. This one jumping really sharp here. You look at the slope. It's been sitting above the 10-day for many days now. On Thursday, it pulled back, but it closed in the middle range, and then Friday will continue to make new high, jumping 7%. Next here we have fixed STRL MYRG. Next we have fixed comfort systems here, looking very nice as well, pulling back slightly. Didn't touch the green line, bouncing on Friday. Looks like this might be setting up to move to new high. We'll see. We also have Sterling Infrastructure here. We're still trying to come out this base, but before that, it couldn't, and so it pulled back Wednesday, Thursday to the short-term green line, which is 10-day moving average, before bouncing back on Friday. So again, we may be setting up for a breakout here. Next, we have MYRG in the maintenance service area. This one pulled back so slightly and found support on Friday morning and move up higher to a new closing high. Other stocks in this area: Power, PWR, IESC, EME, VMC, AWI, WGO, MLM, CSW, WTS, RO, J, ACM. Other areas not mentioned yet, we have XPO in the transportation logistics making new high. We also have ESE here in the machinery general industrial making new high. We have CRS and then ESI in the chemical specialty making new high. We have AXIA here. Then we have ATI, KLU, Air, XMTR, KMT. We have ULS in the containers packaging making new high, FUL. Then we have SICO in the pollution control. We have ETR, CW, LSTR making new high in the transportation truck area. SYM, MOGA, ALB, TT making new high in the machinery general industrial area. MPO, SBLK, WWD, and you can see again, I won't go through this, there's just so many stocks here. Feel free to follow through on this and check it out yourself. Again, many stocks here. There's a big group here on the industrial area. The next sector we're going to look at is financial area. The list has grown a lot longer on Friday, but prior to that it wasn't that long because Friday we had a really big bounce in financial area. So a lot of them came back above their short-term moving average. Now we're seeing at the top here we have RELY, AFRM, and OSCR. This is Remitly Global, symbol RELY, nice round cup base here after a prior move here from the earnings gap up. Now we're climbing back above and break out on the right side of the base. Since it break out, it hasn't looked back once yet, so definitely look extended at this moment, but a very strong move, so it's definitely worth paying attention to this and see if it can, if it does pull back to the green line or near the green line and see if it bounces there. This is OSCR Health in the insurance area for the health related, and we are bouncing back as well from the bottom here. We are currently just sitting near the 200-day line, the black line, and we'll see if we can come back above it. It tried on Friday, but it didn't able to close above it, so we'll see if it can. Right now it is the 10 days catching up at the bottom here, so that might take some more time. Next we have AFRM also correcting quite significantly here. Now it's bouncing back on the right side of the base, also coming up really strong, a little bit extended from the green line here. So again, we'll have to see as it maybe challenge here at the black line here as well, 200-day. Next three stops here, XYZ, XII, SII, and MRX. This one is Block Inc. XYZ symbol. This one has a previous, since the last earnings here, it was able to gap up, came back, and then we're starting to build this small flat base here, and we're able to break out from this and coincide with the black line, which is 200-day moving average. And from there, we're able to hit new high on Friday. So that looks really good. Next, we have Sprott Inc. This is in the investment management area, SII. This one has been moving slowly upward above the short-term moving averages. Hasn't really taken off yet. We're still stuck below the 150 level. We tried many times. It hasn't break down, so it's kind of going sideways at this moment. So we see a breakout. This might be a good opportunity. Here we have MYRG's group in the specialty area. This one pulled back recently. This was a nice strong move breakout here. This is a very tight cup here, and then breakout. It very quickly gained 20% from the breakout point here. Then we pulled back on Wednesday, Thursday, and found support there. And Friday, we didn't close. We closed at the bottom of the range, but it still looks okay. It's still above the green line. So we'll see if we can continue this run. So there's still many stocks in this financial area as it's starting to ramp up here. We have Upstart here in Uptrend. GEO making new high in the property REIT area, same as EQIX. Then we have MBIN in the Banks Midwest area making new high. AMMI in investment management also making new high. EVR, EGB, and CISO. Then we have AMAL, Banks Northeast making new high. We have Futu, FCFS in the consumer loans making new high. We have BX, NIC, LCEMBA, WSFS, this is in savings loan area making new high. XP and Citigroup here in the Banks Money Center also making new high. So there's a lot of stocks here. Feel free to check it out. We have more stocks here making new highs here. BBT in the savings loan, BK in the money center, WEX in the credit card payment, TD in the money center, banks, and MBBK in Banks Northeast, and POH in the Banks West Southwest. And yeah, lots of stocks here. Again, they're starting to ramp up, so we'll see if financial can catch on this rally and build momentum as well. So next we have the health related groups here. Not too many stocks. There's some moving, not too many as well. Here at the top here we have IOVA, ASTH, and AHCO. Only 3 stocks in the top 100 ranking. This is IOVA, Iovance Biotherapeutics here. This one has been building a pretty big correction here, but it sits above the red line, which is interesting because it went up so much. Right now, it tried once to come out, but it fell, came back to the red line again, and right now we're slowly moving up once again. So we'll see if this can build up the momentum here as we come maybe possible on the right side of this base. Here's Astra Health, ASTH. This one has a nice pretty deep correction here, 48% on this double bottom base. We came back above the middle point here, 29.33. We break out after that, continue to follow through. Right now we're sitting at 31.50. Adapt Health, AHCO. This is in the outpatient home care. This one has been riding the 10-day, bounce off it a few times. Looking pretty good. Right now, pull back on Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, it was able to come back up and didn't close. It closed at the bottom of the range, but it's still near the highs right now. So feel free to cover the rest. BHVN, HNGE, ADMA, TM. We have AXGN, TGTX. Those two are making new highs. RPRX, BTSG also making new highs here. And yeah, so maybe we can see some momentum here. We'll see. Here we have the final group sector here, retail stocks. Retail stock also jumped back quite a bit on Friday here. So not too many stocks in the ranked top 100 right now. We do have APEI, CAL, and UNFI at the top here. This American Public Education, APEI is the symbol. This one gap out on last earnings, and it hasn't climbed too much, but it's starting to move right now in the last 2 sessions. On Thursday, it bounced pretty hard, making new closing high, and then Friday we follow through. So perhaps the momentum will be much stronger going forward. Next we have Calories. This is a retail apparel shoes play stock. Making a strong move from the bottom here, coming up really fast. It is now at the black line above it, and so that clears a pretty big resistance level. And we did close Friday in the middle range, so might be a stock that is worth watching because maybe not too many people know about this. Next we have United Natural Foods, UNFI is the symbol. This one pulled back recently, then bounced off the 10-day. Again on Thursday here we pull back and bounce again on the Thursday. On the 10-day line. Friday, we're able to close at a new high. Next 3 stocks here, we have RSI, EXPE, and Etsy. This is Rush Street Interactive, RSI here. This one has been pulling back quite a few times, a little bit more choppy. This is a $22 stock. That explains the volatility. But recent bounce back on Monday here, and then Tuesday we followed through. Wednesday we continue. Thursday we pull back slightly. Friday we make new high again before pulling back to the bottom of the range. Still looks good. Next we have Expedia Group here, also clearing this nice red line, which is the 50-day moving average, and bouncing here on Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday follow through. Thursday pull back slightly. Friday we make a new closing high, new recent high here. Here we have Etsy also clearing a channel line here from the top, bouncing on Monday, falling through all the way to Friday, making new highs here, recent high here. So that looks really sharp as well. So going down more, we have Roku making new high in the leisure related area. Piton, Cars, KC, with eBay also making new high in here. And you can go down here, we see Ross, ABMB making new high, ARCO, MSM also making new high, Burlington, Vikings here, MRR, HLT, so some of the travel related areas bouncing back pretty strong here. Again, feel free to check out all these stocks. As we can see, we see technology and industrial are still two of the biggest group of stocks that are leading this rally. We are seeing, other areas joining in, including some of the retail, financials, even some of the commodity gold area, silver area, some of the mining stuff is also participating. So this rally has become more broad, and maybe even health area might join as well. We'll see. So, obviously there are a lot of stocks that are very extended due to this powerful bounce back rally. So it might be harder to catch those ones. We're gonna watch for a pullback and see how it reacts near the 10-day, and maybe have a new entry point there. Obviously, look for stocks that are pulling back more sideways than straight down. And again, most importantly, see how they bounce from the near the short-term moving average. And then there's again, the other area we might want to see, again, there's already many stocks breaking out, so I don't know how many more stocks will break out, but stocks that are breaking out, may give you also other new opportunities here. So thank you all for watching. I hope you like and enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for all your support.